Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 37th edition of LM's Weekly Wrap, our weekly program to cover all the developments relating to the markets, the domestic markets, as well as the international markets. As explained earlier in our earlier programs of LM Weekly Wrap, we had indicated that this continues to be a very, very volatile market on account of the domestic factors as well as the international developments. And we saw a taste of that in this week. It was a very, very volatile week. We started off with markets being under immense pressure, and then the global cues were also not supporting. But towards the end of the week, we had several factors like a relief rally in the markets, the global cues also turning positive for the time being at least, and the NAV related adjustments in the market. So at least I think as a relief, we have closed this financial year on a positive note, and with the hope that better times will come in the markets ahead, although a lot of challenges persist. Come April, we'll have a lot of developments to see in the markets. But first, we will have a look at the international developments, global developments, as well as the domestic developments with inputs from Jash. So, Jash, welcome to the show and kindly take us ahead.
Thank you, sir. It's great to be back. I'm going to start with this week. The Nifty has been in a roller coaster. We saw the first 2 days it going down, and Wednesday and today we saw a strong reversal. I don't know if we would call this a strong reversal or just a relief rally. It is, we need to wait and watch for that. But the charts have a slight indication towards a reversal, because if we see, the whole of March has been very dull. It has been lackluster, and there has been constant selling. So there can be a short covering or some kind of respite to the investors, and we also maintain a sell on rise strategy. Today the Nifty was at about 17,300, 350-ish, and personally I expect the Nifty to go beyond 17,700 at least in the coming few weeks, because that's what the charts are indicating. Last week we saw the Fed hiking 25 basis points despite the challenges with the SVB bank and the other banks. And we also saw certain European nations increasing their rate by 25 basis points. And the commentary also was very dovish, and the stance remains hawkish. Following the Fed and the European nations, India may increase their rates by 25 basis points just following them. On my opinion, I don't think it is very necessary, but we'll anyways do it because we need to control our the exchange rates as well. I think this gives an idea on what the global scenario is, and it also shows that India is placed relatively in a better space than the global economies. But that doesn't mean that India will definitely perform better, because the valuations used to remain stretched, and now the valuations have become attractive. But vis-a-vis, China's valuations still remain attractive. So we have a strong competition over there, but in the longer term, I feel India will do well, and just maintain your buy and hold stance, and also keep booking profits wherever you get a chance. You've bought a stock and it has already gone up by 10-15% in this rally. Please book it and get out, because that will make space for you to buy at a lower level. That is a very strategic way of investing, where you get your costs averaged at a lower price at any given point. This sums up my domestic and global commentary, and I'd like to hand over to Nirav, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Jash. So the global scenario and the domestic scenario explained by Jash. And I think now it's time to just have a look at a few developments which are going to shape the course of the markets in the next few days. Come 1st of April, and I think beginning of the new financial year, and at the same time we'll be having the monthly auto sales numbers. So I think while we had the FADA data which had given us an indication that March sales are expected to be good on account of various festivals like the Holi, Navratri, Ugadi, etc. And at the same time, FADA had indicated that there is expected to be a moderation in the demand going forward. So passenger vehicles, two-wheelers, tractors, construction equipment, etc. were likely to see slight moderation. Commercial vehicles are expected to do better in relative terms. So it will be important to see the commentary which comes from the auto companies, the auto ancillary companies tomorrow. So that is going to be important. The GST numbers, the GST collections are going to be very important. At the same time, we are likely to get quarterly updates. Now, quarterly updates we typically tend to get from companies from very diverse backgrounds. Like, for example, ITC is there, Marico is there. Titan is there, DMart is there. So we tend to get some idea about how each sector is performing, and what is the guidance with respect to the input costs, what is the demand scenario in both the rural markets as well as the urban markets, etc. So these will be very, very important data points to understand. And I think one another important event which is going to be very important from the domestic market point of view is the RBI Monetary Policy Committee meeting, which is scheduled from 3rd to 6th of April. So now I think this time around RBI is going to highlight the issue of inflation. Inflation will be a core talking point as far as Reserve Bank of India is concerned. And come April, we'll have a lot of companies, sectors which are going to hike the prices.
Correct.
So,
Sir, about the RBI meet, more than the rate hike, the theme inflation, I think their commentary will be driving the market direction.
Exactly. So they will be talking more about from the inflation point of
Correct.
view. Because when you want to tame the inflation, that is the time you tend to increase the interest rate. So they will try to highlight the inflation in the different sectors of the economy, because come April we have pharma companies which are going to increase the prices of about 800 odd medicines by up to 12%. We have auto companies which are going to hike the prices. We have metal companies, we have cement companies which will make an attempt to hike the prices. So this is across the board, and food inflation is a very, very core area which is going to be very, very important. So RBI's commentary on price hikes is going to be very, very crucial. That's why I said that this month is going to be very crucial from commentary point of view.
Correct.
Because that will decide the course of the markets, the direction where the market is going. And come 10th of April, we will be seeing the start of the earnings season. So in the beginning of the earnings season, we will inevitably have IT companies which will announce their numbers, and IT companies are going to declare their commentary, what is the hiring outlook, what is the kind of order books which they have, what are the order intakes which they have at the moment. So that is going to be very, very crucial. So I think till 15th of April we will be having a very, very eventful period from the point of understanding what is going to be the direction of the market, what is going to be the focus of the markets. After that, we will be having a lot of large cap companies from diverse sectors which will be declaring their results. And this result season is going to be very important because it's the end of the financial year also. So we get an idea about what has been the quality of earnings for the entire year. So it's going to be very, very eventful. Coming to the different sectors, as I said, we start off with auto. We are expecting moderation in demand going forward. And we've already seen M&M stocks like M&M, which has started correcting from the highs. We've seen Hero Motocorp under pressure. Stocks like Bajaj Auto, which are already beaten up, so a lot of brokerages are recommending a buy over there. Although we expect the monthly numbers to remain weak only. So overall, I think auto is facing challenges, headwinds. Eicher Motors also under pressure.
I think, sir, we shouldn't rush into auto for the time being.
Yes. So caution is the buzzword over there. Auto ancillary, the same applies. Banking is totally at the mercy of the FIIs because of the high weightage in the Nifty, etc. So banking will take its cues from the global factors. capital goods, infrastructure continue to do very well. And as we had discussed, we have been saying time and again, reiterating that railways and defense continue to be the underlying themes. So railways also doing quite well, and today we have seen defense. Most of the defense companies, they have bagged very good orders from Ministry of Defense. So we had Bharat Dynamics Limited, Bharat Electronics Limited, Garden Rich Shipbuilders, Cochin Shipyard. All these stocks have performed exceptionally well in the markets today. At the same time, FMCG continues to be quiet, while certain stocks continue to make 52-week highs also. HUL is there, or Godrej Consumer Products is there. In cement, we are seeing divergent trends. While Ultratech and Shree Cement continue to be at 52-week highs, there are mid-cap stocks which are under tremendous pressure, including the Adani Cement stocks, which are down about 40% from the 52-week highs. So very divergent trends emerging as far as cement is concerned. Pharma, this week we have seen some good pullback in the pharma sector. This week I think we saw good performance. Amongst the top 5 performers in the Nifty, we had Dr. Reddy's and Cipla. So both these stocks have given a good pullback, and more so because the pharma is seen as a defensive bet in the markets. IT, today we saw some saving grace in the market on account of the global cues. So I think frontline IT as well as mid-cap IT has bounced back in the markets. So I think to sum up in the markets, wait and watch strategy will work. Competent companies are bagging big orders. Today we've seen defense companies bag orders, water related companies. Vatek Wabag today it has bagged a very big order from Chennai for a desalination plant. Larsen and Toubro, in the last 10 days, it's bagged orders worth 20,000 crores, right, and entered into an agreement for electrolyzer. Now we've seen activity in Reliance Industries today. I think prime mover in the market, Reliance Industries, after having hit 52-week lows consistently. I think yesterday they have entered into this agreement for the Geo services, financial services. So Reliance doing a lot of heavy lifting for the market today, followed by ICICI Bank. So I think it remains to be seen now how the commentary plays out in the next week. It will be a wait and watch. And I think caution still remains the buzzword in the market, because we are against some very challenging environment as far as the global scenario is concerned. With this, I think we come to the end of our program, and I hand over to Jash for the concluding remarks.
Yeah. Thank you. It was great. And I would like you to press the like, share and subscribe button if you want to hear from us more. And we'll be back next week with some more insights on the market. Thank you.
Thank you very much.